Hello and welcome to Mrs. Brown's classroom. This is adding integers. So as we take a look, there are a set of rules and I've written them over here and we'll kind of talk about that as we go. But I'm actually going to look at this in terms of money because when I think about it in my head, I'm thinking about it in terms of having money, borrowing money, spending money, and I find it easier to think through that as we're looking. So I'm going to dive right in and we'll kind of talk about the rules as we go. So the first question should not be scary or new because you've been doing this for a while. So it's just 3 plus 4, which is 7. Okay, they're both positive numbers. I add them together. Well, if you look, I used a 3 and the 4 for the numbers in each of the next 3 problems. I just changed whether it was positive or negative, and that was on purpose so you can kind of see how things change as we change the signs. So in the next problem, I have -3 and -4. So how does that change things? Well, it doesn't really change it much. It's like I owe you $3, I borrow 4 more, I now owe you 7. Or in other words, when the signs are the same, all you're going to do is add them together. If they're already positive, it's still positive. If they're already negative, it's still negative. But as I said, I would think of it as if I owed you $3, I borrowed 7 more, I'm now going to owe you 7 because I'm borrowing more money than I had previously. Okay? And for this one, you notice that there's one positive and one negative, so it's different. Okay? This I would think about your good friend, the commutative property. Yes, the commutative property of addition says you can add numbers in any order that you want. So you can actually think about this as 4 plus -3, which might make it a little bit simpler. Some people are more comfortable having it set up that way. 4 plus -3. I have $4. I spend 3. I'm left with 1. In other words, if the signs are different, I'm going to subtract the 2 numbers. So I have one positive, one negative. I'm going to subtract those, but I'm going to take the answer is going to have the sign of whatever there are more of. So I've got more positive than negative because 4 is farther from 0. Is basically the official way. But there's more positives than negatives. So it's going to be a positive answer. If you look at the next one, it's like I owe you $4 and I paid back 3. I'm still owe you $1. I had more negatives. If I owe you 4 and I pay back 3, I still haven't paid back all that I need to. So therefore, it's still in the hole. I'm still in debt. And so that's why I owe you -1. So let's look at some other examples. These are the signs are the same. So -5 plus -2. I owe you $5. I borrow 2 more. I now owe you 7. So again, I'm adding them together because the signs are the same. On this one, it's like I owe you $9. I pay you back 3. Okay. I'm now going to owe you 6. So the signs are different. So I did 9 minus 3 is 6. There's more negatives than there are positives. So it's a -6. Okay. -7 plus 4, the signs are the opposite. So I'm going to subtract. It's going to be 7 minus 4. I'll think about it as I owe you $7. I pay you back 4. I now owe you 3. So 7 minus 4 is 3. There's more negatives than positives, so it's going to be -3. If I look at this problem, again, I have one positive and one negative, so I'm going to subtract because the signs are different. So 8 plus -5, so 8 minus 5. I have $8. I spend 5. I now am left with $3. Again, you could think of this as set up this way if it makes it easier. I have 8. I spend 5. It would be 3. Again, thanks to the commutative property, you get to change the order of addition. So whenever you have a plus sign, you can kind of flip that around if it makes it easier. And then finally, you have 2 that are the same. They're both negative. So if I owe you 9 and I borrow 4 more, that means I'm getting more in debt. I'm going to add those 2 debts together to get -13. Okay? I hope this helps, and I will see you next time.